Well, hey everyone. It feels like Monday, but it's not. It's the day after Labor Day. We are headed to work. I need to do some house cleaning on the job. We moved the buncher to the next job. Wes finished forwarding on Friday, and it was a little wet, so I needed to wait. I needed to wait for Mark to kind of get some of the trucking done. There's two bunches of brush from clearing the yard that I need to clean up, kind of cut up so Wes can haul back in the woods. I need to clean up any of the brush that we had in the yard. We had some at the entrance that I laid there to prevent rutting, and I need to pull that up because we had permission from the neighbor and landowner to land wood on his property, so we want to make it just as clean as neat as we can be. And then we had laid a whole bunch of brush over the rock wall that goes over it's the property line, but instead of just running over the rock wall, we laid a whole bunch of brush on either side of it, kind of like a ramp, so it's easier on the forwarder. You're not chewing over rocks every time, but it also didn't totally destroy the rock wall, kind of maintained the integrity of the ground on either side of the rock wall. So I need to clean that brush up so Wes can haul that off too. And then I will, after I get that done, I've got to call and organize low bedding, hopefully tomorrow. It may be Thursday, but that's all right. I'll spend time in the buncher. But after I get that done today, I'm gonna hook on to I'll have to secure everything in the service trailer, but I'll hook onto the service trailer, and I think I'll probably bring it down to the new job. I'd like to. The electric brakes, the mice chewed off the wiring, and I've never really, I spliced it back together, but I never really got it quite working right again, and that trailer is quite heavy, so I would really like to have those electric brakes work, and we don't haul it that often, so it's not the end of the world, but nonetheless. So we'll get that, and I have timber. I have my little riding partner today because it's not that demanding of a day, right, Timber? I don't know why you still acting tired. You slept all night. Yeah. So Timber will ride with us, and we had a good weekend. We had to go see some good people and meet some new people, and visit a good friend. And Timber went and had fun, and now it's not Labor Day anymore. Back to work. So anyways, I'll be back. All right, well, back. I'm gonna show you some of the cleanup work. We gotta clean up that pile of brush where there's some wood in there, not a lot, but we gotta clean that up. And then there's another bundle at the end of the yard here. And Mark is getting, the sun's bright, getting everything cleaned up. He must have taken a load of firewood down south this morning, and looks like he's got probably 3 or 4 more loads, maybe not quite a 4th full load, but sun's bright. A little bit leftover firewood can go in the pulp, and then there's the other pile of brush, and there's some brush kind of on either side there of the main trail, and then the rock wall's in there further. Wes was something this weekend. All these hoses that go into this guard. I'll show you the hoses. If I can get the sun out of So these hoses right here go up through that, and they're supposed to kind of be like a, I'm trying to think, not like an accordion, but they're supposed to roll up and not hang over the side, which they're hanging more over the side right now because he took one hose off and it's not hooked in there. So it's got little plastic or rubber clamps like that go around the hose. It only had 2 after that kind of was supposed to keep the hoses together, and it's supposed to, basically the hoses are supposed to stay on top of the boom and just roll up and back. So he ordered, I don't know, several more of those, and then he's got some fire hose to go over that, and I think hopefully having the extra clamps and then the fire hose will keep it better. So this is his own little project. I didn't really step in. I just told him to get what he needed and see what happens. Okay, well, I don't know if you can all see very well, but get the head out of the way. The rock wall is kind of up by those 2 maple trees, and you can see all the edges of the brush right here and over on the other side here. I'm gonna clean it up from about right here up to the rock wall, and then there's not as much on the other side. I'll show you guys after. Hold on. All right, I came down in here. You can kind of tell there's a channel right here that goes up, and then right here, which it's goes up through there. It's more just a drain. You know, like you know, if you got a wicked, probably not even a thunderstorm would do it, but if you know, if you got a good 3 or 4 inches of rain, this would probably run. Or spring runoff, and this is more spring runoff, and it just kind of goes down in there and dissipates. But I put this brush in here to cross it. There wasn't any water in it, but I put brush in anyways. It probably wouldn't be a big deal if you left it, but just for good practice, we're gonna pull it out. So I'm making sure it's all cleaned up. We'll just put the brush on the little bit on that side of the brook and a little bit on this side, which will, you know, give it a little soil control. So we'll do that too while we're cleaning up. So you see, well, I'll have to turn the camera around, but let me turn the camera around. So you'll kind of see this, that's the channel, and you know, there's some dead leaves and stuff in there now. There actually is a little pooled up water right there, but you'll see each side I covered the bank with the brush, and the channel's all clear. So this brush provides sort of like a silt fence, or like if you put hay bales on either side, since, you know, you can see there's a little bit of dirt there where we were forwarding. So this provides a little, when you pull the crossings, you know, if you don't shove it all on one side and you kind of put it on either side, and I ran over this side a little bit, pack it down, but that side's fine too. But it just provides another barrier. That'll rot and settle. So anyways, there's a little BMP, best practice management right there. All right, well, we got the, I guess I'm gonna have to open the door. Be a little loud. Hold on. See, the rock wall, it wasn't real defined anyways, but you can see we pulled all the brush. We got a little pile of crap there, and we pulled all the brush nice down through there. And it almost kind of looks mulchy, but we've cleaned it on the, well, we've cleaned everything on, this is on the landowner that's letting us land wood over here, and then that's the landowner that we cut. So I cleared it back 25-30 feet on the other side too, so that, you know, this is where all the wood came through, and making sure that this is all put back to the way it was, and we cleaned our mess up, and just good practice. BMPs, best practice management. So then get back in here. And then once we're gone, so it's hard to, I forgot my GoPro today, so it's always get back here. Nobody wants to see my ugly face that much. See if I can do this one here. So once I'm finished up cleaning up here, Mike from there goes gonna come. There's not really much for ruts here, but he's gonna, from the rock wall all the way out to the yard, he's gonna come and kind of cuff this all back together so this main trail's all nice and level and the way it was, and then out in the yard if there's anything, he'll hit that stuff too. So I think it's just real good practice to, I mean, this stuff does cost something, but I think in these situations, if you go a little above and beyond, I think that leaves a real good taste in people's mouth for logging and, you know, your reputation. So doing that little bit extra goes a long ways, I believe. Well, Wes got his wrap sort of fixed. It's better, but he's got one more little idea to implement before he gets it the way he wants it to. So we're cleaning up brush. Timber. So Wes is cleaning up the crud. I tried to get it as neat as I could with the processor, but a lot of it's all, see how mushed up and stringy that is? That's from the forwarder running over with the tracks. It's kind of a little bit of a pain until you get the bottom on. We have Mark is loading up one of the last couple loads of Harvard pulp. Done with the processor. I got the trailer pretty much organized enough to nothing. I'm gonna go bring slips over to the office and then drag the service trailer down to the new job. So, yep, we're getting everything cleaned up, and we will be on our way to starting the next job. So I've got what I need to get done here. I've got to call the low bed and see what those guys are doing and see when they can move me and Wes. So it may be Thursday, which is fine. It'll give me time in the buncher to get ahead. So hopefully it wouldn't bother me if they couldn't move us tomorrow. But give me time to get everything kind of settled in. So we'll get this yard all nice and ship shape. Couple loads, that's hardwood saw logs, that's pallet logs. And we'll get this yard all brush free and nice and neat. And sure, with the excavator we'll cuff all this and it'll really look like a house lot. Somebody's gonna build here by the time we're done. So putting one of the, getting his floor built with wood on the bottom of the first layer of the back tier of the trailer. Got everything sort of settled here, and when I get back I'll put those buckets on the floor and helmet, and then we'll be good to go. We'll drag this thing out of here. I get a kick out of timber sometimes. Everybody, once we got done talking, Mark went to loading, Wes went to moving brush, Timber came over here and helped himself in the truck. Said, I'm ready to go. Didn't even have to ask him. Here we're off to the office. Off to the office. All right, everyone. Well, hopefully you all had a good Labor Day weekend and we're all back to work. We're cleaning up the old job and getting everything shuffled over to the new job. So hopefully next week we'll be back to production. We do have to get the excavator down there to make the yard so the truck can get in and out, but if that doesn't come until next week at some point, we can pile wood up there. So anyways, like, subscribe, comment, and we'll catch you guys later. See ya.